This is something different. This isn't a game. This is about who's the best.
Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the Challenge Champs vs. Pros, which is a spin-off of the flagship show where some of the fan-favorite challengers take on current and former professional athletes for a chance to win a bunch of money for a charity of their choice. So, first off, we've got CM Punk, who I believe is an MMA fighter now, but used to be a pro wrestler. Okay, now this is some serious stuff, because Cameron Wembley is an absolute monster and was a top-tier defensive player in the NFL. And next up is Luis Hazel, who is a world champion Olympic-level athlete, as well as Lolo Jones, another world-class hurdler and Olympic athlete. We've also got Lindsay Jacob Ellis, an Olympic snowboarder, Gus Kentworthy, an Olympic skier, Louis Votto, another Olympian and snowboarder, Tia Blanco, a world-class surfer, another former NFLer, Sean Merriman, and lastly, WNBA star, Candace Wiggins. So this is actually quite a stacked cast of pros that production was able to get, good for them. You got some real top-tier talent here. And of course, we do have the challengers, who most of you will already know, but there is Veronica, who hadn't been on a challenge, like 15 years, making her return. And of course, in this season, we have Camilla, an absolutely hated former challenger who's been banned from the show. But I don't want to spoil anything now, so we'll get to that later. Now, it's after the challengers chill out at the house and get to know each other a little bit when the first challenge happens. But before that, Lolo Jones gets into it a little bit with Johnny Bananas and throws some verbal shots at the challenge veterans.
I'm a dual sport athlete, which means I can adapt to my environment, summer, winter, anything throw at me. What have you done? Like little obstacle courses?
I mean, she's not wrong. The pros are actual professional athletes in actual sports, but just because you're big, strong, and fast doesn't mean you're going to be a good challenger, and we've seen many fit, athletic people shit the bed on the challenge before. Now, the first challenge is called Against the Ropes, and each team has to try and get as many people across the suspended ropes without falling, and do it in only 5 minutes.
Go! It's all right, keep it going, keep it moving!
Yeah! Both your hands and jump!
Yeah, right.
The first heat for the champs was only able to get Camilla across, so they got 1 point for that. In the first heat for the pros, they get 3 people across, and Gus, the skier guy, he was hanging low on the rope, but was able to use his core strength to pull himself up onto the platform, and that makes Lolo go nuts. Jesus, lady, relax. It's only the first challenge. God, calm down. In the second heat, the pros were only able to get 1 person across, so they finished with a total of 4 points.
See, he's standing on your knees like that. Oh, now he's spreading his legs. That don't look good. Oh, there you go. There you go.
It's okay, girl. You held for a while.
Yeah, she
Wrong way. Oh, ooh.
Step out on the right.
It doesn't matter, though, because the champs shit the bed in their second heat, and 3 people fall into the water, losing the challenge for them. And because they lost, Ashley, who volunteered to be the team captain that day, immediately is going into elimination for the challengers. And Luis, who was the captain for the pros, is safe. She also gets to pick what person from her team has to go into elimination. No voting or anything. And actually, it turns out each episode is a double elimination, and each team will have to send in 2 people. The pros, well, they handle it like professionals, with Candace Wiggins saying that she will volunteer because she was the only one to fall in the water on their team, as well as the pros team coming up with pulling names out of a hat, so it's the most fair.
If you guys want to say pull a name out of the hat, we're fighting over it. I'm going to rip that hat into a million pieces.
The challengers, though, they're like, yeah, F that. That's not going to happen over here. We're fucking voting. And Candace quickly finds out why you never volunteer to go into elimination and how bad of an idea picking names out of a hat can be, because she gets Lolo Jones and immediately is like, fuck, I shouldn't have volunteered myself. Lolo's a beast. And Lolo is like, fuck, I shouldn't have agreed to do the hat thing, because now I might go home with no money for my foundation. And now she's pissed, and her and Gus end up getting into it a little bit.
No, calm the down, because I'm not raising my voice at you. I'm being.
You actually are. You're talking over me.
Don't raise your voice at me.
And I don't know if she did or not, but Luis just throws out there, nobody actually knew whose name was on the lime I chose. That I picked out of the hat. And I'm just saying that if I wanted to, I could have just said Lolo's name, but I didn't. But I could have, but I didn't.
The reality of it is, you'll never know whose name was on the line.
And at nominations, the pros put Candace Wiggins against Lolo Jones, and the challengers put in Veronica against Ashley Millionaire Mitchell. And at elimination, they find out they'll be competing in pull no punches. So they just have to get to the top of this wall by punching and kicking through the drywall to give them handholds and footholds. And whoever does it first wins.
Put your right hand up, put your left foot in that hole. Oh, there it is. Yes!
Sadly, for Veronica, after 15 years or something like that of being off the challenge, she gets sent home first. And Lolo dominates Candace and sends her home.
Yeah, Lolo's scary as.
Now, skipping forward here to episode 2, the cast gets to get out of the house for a nice day at the park and some football, and the day is going well and everyone is having a good time until Lolo Jones and Lindsay Jacob Ellis get into it a little bit after this play here.
Down. I can't physically block somebody if they're going for me. I have to be gentle, right?
Relax.
No, I'm not playing this.
Why?
Because Lindsay doesn't like the fact that I block and I say stuff. She's not my mom. I'm tired of her telling me what to say and talk.
She's a drama mama.
Huh?
Bro, Lolo, you gotta chill, man. I think she might, she must be an only child or something, because she just doesn't really know how to interact with people. Now, on to the greatest challenge ever conceived of. The tailgate BBQ. Basically, the challengers, they're just going to get wrapped up in saran wrap there, and freaking human hot dogs, and then they got to roll themselves all the way through this course, and through a bunch of condiments.
The rear, but they've got to get it moving. Oh, there's the catch-up. Oh, man. Oh, Lolo coming in hot. Camilla's coming in, but she's being blocked. Stretch to the buns. If he can make it out of the relish, that's teamwork right there. CM Punk, team captain, is last. Great job, boys.
Well, this just looks absolutely terrible. I mean, personally, just being bound up like that, I'd fucking be freaking out. I hate that. I hate that type of stuff. But then to have to roll my ass through a bunch of hot, itchy grass and get covered in fucking ketchup and mustard and just be, no, I would hate that. But the first group of men and women, they did all right. And after they finish, we have another little bit of a quarrel. Johnny Bananas gets into it with CM Punk.
Lose and you're happy about it. I wouldn't brag about that.
What do you do for a living?
I'll tell you what I don't do. I don't go to the UFC and get my ass whooped. That's what I don't do. You're another
thing I've done. You're a fan, mother.
You came out day one and started talking. I get it. That's your persona, and it's gotten you nowhere in life.
Yeah, I know.
You couldn't make it in wrestling. You got your ass handed to you in the MMA, and now you're trying to make it this.
I mean, that's kind of funny. Like, Bananas telling CM Punk that his whole persona thing hasn't gotten him anywhere in life is kind of hilarious because, I mean, yeah, CM Punk, he's not the most successful person in the world, but I'm pretty sure he's a multi-millionaire who at one point was, like, pretty big in the WWE, pretty famous, like, worldwide, and that guy is being told by Johnny Bananas, who has used his persona to become a reality TV star, that he's amounted to nothing in life. I think I'm gonna have to agree with CM Punk on this one, man. Fucking, I didn't think I'd ever say that in my entire life. But yeah, I think Johnny's just not even close to like his level of success or fame. So I also think Johnny, he's probably one of the people, like, he's comfortable in his world, in his reality TV world, and there's nothing wrong with that. But CM Punk, who he was chilling at the top of his world at one point, like the wrestling world, decided to step into a completely new one and give it a shot, you know. And of course, it didn't work out. He embarrassed himself, got fucking knocked out, and everyone laughed at him and made fun of him. But at least, like, he tried it, you know. At least he had the balls to try and do something different. Unlike most of us, who, you know, we find our little comfort zone and stay there. And I don't think Johnny Bananas would ever even think of, like, stepping into a wrestling ring or something that he wasn't, with something to do with reality TV. So yeah, rant over.
Say, do not pretend like this is the first time you've been covered in relics. Go, go, go!
The whole way, I knew when I was coming around the corner that I was probably going to win. And then I hit the catch up, and it was all downhill after that.
Oh my god. That looks so fucking uncomfortable. I mean, the pros, they were doing really well in this challenge, and they probably would have won, except for fucking Sean Merriman over here gets stuck in the condiments and can't move for like 10 minutes, which, again, just looks like ass. And it ends up giving the win to the challengers. And since CM Punk was the captain of the team, he'll be heading straight into elimination. And at the nominations, the pros send in Sean to face him, which is great because now they can settle their beef from like 2007, where CM Punk made fun of Sean for getting rejected by the WWE divas in like the Dominican or some shit.
You want to ask me who I want?
Who do you want?
I want Bananas.
And over on the challenger side, Jordan chooses Wes to go in, and then Wes is like, give me Bananas, which everybody's like, oh shit, man, fuck, it's going down. Because these two have never been, or they have been rivals for over like a decade, and at this point, they hadn't ever faced each other in an elimination round. Which, when you think about it, is like, what? But now, finally, the time has come, and the stars have aligned. Sadly, though, the elimination they get, it is kind of dumb, not gonna lie. I don't like this. Like, there's a lot of chance and luck, instead of it being something like balls in or a pole wrestle, which I think any challenge fan would love to see, and probably pay money to see these two do that. But hey, at least we finally get a Bananas Wes elimination. But before that, it's the pros' turn. Oh, and the elimination, it's blindfold. It's blindfolded sword fighting, I forgot to mention, basically. Each player is blindfolded and given a sticky thing to try and break over their opponent.
Dim the lights! Dim the lights! Roger, roger, dim!
So, CM Punk is able to defeat Sean Merriman and sends him home, and now on to Wes and Bananas.
Wait for it! Wait for it!
If we go again, be louder. I couldn't hear you at all.
All right.
But otherwise, same strategy.
He's right in front of me. He's closing in.
Wait for it!
And in the Battle of Legends, Wes versus Johnny Bananas, after all this time, finally, or the winner is, Wes. I mean, again, yeah, a lot of luck and everything, but damn, imagine if they actually got to put hands on each other. This would have been fucking way better. But yeah, Wes beats Johnny, sends him home, which I'm sure like a lot of pleasure was taken by Wes in doing that, and Johnny Bananas probably to this day is upset when he thinks about this. But that is all for this challenge recap. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good one.